Majestic Reaper 8 asks, how do you feel about the crazy right-wing ads on your channel? Okay, so there's a few answers to this. The first thing, let me just explain to everybody the way YouTube works in terms of advertisements. So this channel, I've never had a conversation with a YouTube advertiser ever. Ever. What happens is Google and YouTube have an ad team, and somebody will sell Google or YouTube ads and tell them, oh, I want to place this on news and politics, or I want to place this on makeup, or I want to place this on sports and entertainment. And then YouTube and Google place the ads. So YouTube and Google have their own ad team that deals with advertisers, and the creators, there's a buffer between us and the advertisers. I don't even know who the fuck is advertising on my channel. So that's part of the genius that was YouTube is, hey, let's set up a giant buffer between the creators and the advertisers so that you don't have an issue where there's content being affected by the advertiser. Because obviously, as everybody knows, big money can sway people in one direction or another direction. That's what happens with our politicians. So how do you set up a system that ensures that that doesn't happen with media? Well, one of the ways to do that is to have a giant buffer between the advertiser, a wall of separation between the advertiser and the content creator, and that makes it so that I come out here, I can say whatever the fuck I want, and I don't have to worry about pleasing any of the advertisers because I don't know who the fuck the advertisers are. So it was pointed out to me a while ago, hey, look at this. Like, every now and then, somebody would get an ad for the fucking Church of Scientology or something on my YouTube channel. But then you dig a little deeper and you realize, oh, well, that video that I did was on religion. Now, they didn't dig into the content and find out that I was against religion in the video. It just, that video broadly went in the topic of religion, and so people who wanted to buy ads for religion on YouTube bought them in bulk, and then some of those ads were placed on Secular Talk because I was discussing the issue of religion. When I discussed the issue of gun violence, you might see an ad from the NRA or something, and people are like, what the fuck? There was an NRA ad that ran on your channel. I've never spoken to the NRA. I had no idea there were those ads on my channel, but because of that buffer, but the only reason it's there is because I'm discussing the issue of gun violence, and again, YouTube system, it's not smart enough to determine, hey, what's for versus against guns, and what are the details of it, let's be nuanced. No, it's just, you buy ads in the topic, and then it gets placed on the channels. So I actually love that system because it allows me, without being swayed by my enemies, to sometimes get paid by my enemies. Which is pretty fucking badass. So whenever there are, and people have seen like campaign ads for Republicans on my channel and stuff, I just need everybody to understand that the way the system works, there's a giant wall of separation between me and the advertisers, a giant buffer between me and the advertisers. I never talk to any advertisers. So anytime you see something like that, it's not, there's no deal being made or something behind the scenes, and I think all of you probably suspected that anyway. So that's the way that the ad system works on YouTube. But the second part of the discussion is what we brought up recently, which is, ever since the adpocalypse, it's not just me, it's Jimmy Dore, it's The Amazing Atheist, it's Humanist Report, whoever discusses news and politics or some like controversial stuff in general, regardless of what side of the issues they're on, we're in like a permanent second tier system when it comes to ads. So we don't get like the premium ads anymore. We get like the kind of shitty ads because it's been determined that we talk about, things that are a little more controversial. So YouTube is trying to avoid a situation like it had with, which is the thing that led to adpocalypse, which is some ads for major brands basically slipping through the cracks and getting on some genuinely hateful content. Like an ad for like Kraft on some neo-Nazi shit. And since there was so much ad money that was pulled out of YouTube as a result of that, YouTube said, we'll do anything to stop like you guys running away from us. What do you want us to do? So there was a brief period where they seemingly defunded all of news and politics. We were 100% blacklisted for a while. Now we're no longer blacklisted, and you're going to see ads on my channel, and you're going to see ads on Jimmy Dore's channel and all your favorite YouTubers' channels, but we're in some weird like second tier level ads because I know, speaking for myself now, and not for Jimmy, not for Amazing Atheist, not for anybody else, but I know on my end, we've seen about a 60% cut that appears to be permanent. So there's a time there where we weren't making anything, and we bounced back, but we're only making about 40% of what we used to make, which is, we launched the Patreon to hopefully make up the difference, and you guys have stepped up to the plate and really helped out big time on the Patreon front. So there's a lot going on with the YouTube ad system and how it works, and, the genius of YouTube was that we weren't beholden to advertisers because there was a separate team dealing with that and a wall of separation. Ever since that collapsed, now you're going to see people struggling to figure out how to make it work, So Amazing Atheist, for example, now he does do ads on his channel. He does do ads for products or people that he likes, and he'll sell a space like right before his video or something, or right after his video, and he'll tell you, hey, go check out this channel or go check out this product. And I don't think that's something he would have ever had to do before Adpocalypse. The way that we've tried to make up the difference is that we've said, okay, nothing's going to change. We're going to pump out the same amount of content. Everything's going to be exactly like you're used to seeing on Secular Talk. But if you guys could just give $2 a month on patreon.com/Secular Talk, or if you want to go absolutely nuts, $5 or $7 a month, and that's enough. If you guys do that, that's enough to continue everything exactly as it is. And, it's because the YouTube ad system basically fucked us. So it's always been a weird system, but there was a genius behind it, and now that's hurt big time as a result of Adpocalypse. Okay, the next question. MacArthur. Hilarious. He said MacArthur. You know how Trump says, General MacArthur. General MacArthur. It's MacArthur, you jackass. But MacArthur says, serious question from a former fan. Okay, that's interesting. Does it bother you that you have attracted a lot of alt-right viewers over the last year? Why do you think yourself and your friend, he put that in quotes, I don't know why, your friend Jimmy Dore, out of all the progressive channels, stood out in terms of growth? I have my opinion, but I'd like to hear yours. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly what he means by that question. The way I'm interpreting it is he's saying Secular Talk and Jimmy Dore have attracted a lot of alt-right fans, and that's why we've stood out in terms of growth among all the progressive channels. I simply don't agree with your premise. I don't think the reason why Secular Talk has had tremendous growth over the years is because I'm attracting alt-right fans. I don't think the reason Jimmy Dore had tremendous growth over the years is because he's attracting alt-right fans. I think that we are experiencing growth because we've done some bomb segments that have gone viral or semi-viral, and enough people watch it, and some people, I like what that guy has to say, I'll click the subscribe button. That's it. And I don't think that's not disrespectful in any way, shape, or form to David Pakman or Sam Cedar. Their respective shows are great. But YouTube's a weird thing, the internet's a weird thing, and sometimes some things are going to grow more than other things, and in the long run, maybe it balances out. Maybe the other shows catch up to us or surpass us, or they have bigger periods of growth than we do in a certain time period. There's no way there's an ultimate formula to determine why it is that Jimmy's show and my show has kind of taken off more. I mean, I'm not really suitable to answer this question any more than you guys are. I mean, you tell me, people in my audience, why do you think Jimmy Dore or myself have grown a lot, relatively speaking, compared to other progressive channels? I certainly do not think, though, that it's because we get alt-right viewers. I mean, the idea that myself or Jimmy, it's a weird thing if you really believe that we're somehow soft on the right. I mean, that's honestly comical. I guess people who might have a skewed sample size of our shows might think that, because if you only happen to stumble across the segments where we're really hard on corporate Democrats and Hillary Clinton and blue dog Democrats and Obama, you might think, oh my God, look at these, Democratic haters. But no, that means you're just missing the segments I do that are tough on Trump and the right, which, by the way, if you tally up the count from the beginning of Secular Talk history until now, my guess is it's going to be 70% or 75% shitting on Republicans, and the remainder would be shitting on corporate Democrats. So, look, I just discuss what's in the news. If there's something in the news that happens to paint Hillary Clinton in a negative light, that ain't my fault. That's Hillary Clinton's fault. I'm just covering it because it's what should be covered. And again, no matter how you measure it, no matter how you slice it or dice it, we do a lot more shitting on Republicans than we do on Democrats. So I think everything is in perspective here. I think, we're fair across the board, and I just call a ball and a strike. So, yes, if you get a skewed sample size, you might think, oh my God, he's attacking the left, Hillary Clinton left, and therefore he's attracting alt-right followers. I guess you've missed the thousands and thousands of segments that I've done shitting on Trump, shitting on Ted Cruz, shitting on Jeb Bush, shitting on Marco Rubio, shitting on the entire Republican Party. Nobody covered the Obamacare repeal fiasco in more detail than I did, where I explained how this bill is horrendous for the American people. So I just disagree that, alt-right, I don't have any fucking alt-right followers, and if I do, it's the tiniest of tiny fringes, and guess what? Here, you want me to be crystal clear in my denunciation? Hey, alt-right people, suck my dick. I think you're a bunch of fucking idiots. Richard Spencer is the dumbest person on planet Earth. Yes, he is a fucking neo-Nazi. Go look at everything he says in a moment of honesty when it slips through the cracks, like when he does hail Trump, hail our people, hail victory. He's got people in the audience doing the fucking Nazi salute at his events. If you're part of the alt-right, I want nothing to do with you because you have a hateful ideology that is 100% incorrect and honestly comical and stupid. So I despise you with every fiber of my being. And if you happen to like some of the segments I did on Hillary Clinton, I mean, okay, I guess there are some alt-right followers who, like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches too. That doesn't mean that I'm on their team. That doesn't mean I agree with them. I think they're loathsome people, and that's why I think my audience has very, very few of those people in it, because I regularly shit on their kind of people. So there's that.